Tomorrow is May 24th, and I will be turning 20 years old. And I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit of psych advice, not just for trading, but just for life in general. Granted, I'm still young. One thing that I learned is life is going to move on regardless of what you do. And living every day, not chasing what you want and not doing what you want just doesn't make sense. I am all for stability. And, I myself work a 9 to 5, and that's all good. And you should do that, especially if you're a trader, especially if you're getting into a field that you're not, profitable in yet, not just trading, but just whatever. But just existing, like why? Like, why do you want to just exist? Do you think that you're not worthy of the life that you want? Do you think that the people that have the life that you want were just born differently? Granted, some people are born into better circumstances, but sometimes that's a downfall. Sometimes the people that are born with better opportunities are also born with less pressure. And, the age-old saying goes, pressure creates diamonds. I'm not going to get too deep into my personal situation, but one thing that I know is, regardless of what I do, I know I can count on myself. There's nobody in my life that I rely on besides myself, as it should be. I challenge you, if you are somebody who doesn't necessarily know what they want to do with their life, you don't know what job you want, you don't know what career you want, I challenge you this. Instead of thinking of the job title or the field or the place of which you're doing it or the amount of money that you make, think of the lifestyle that you want to have. Think of the time you want to wake up in the morning. Think of the car that you will be driving. Think of the kind of person that you will be. Are you the kind of person who gives back to people? Are you the kind of person who's very secluded? Do you want to be around a lot of people? Do you want to be socially active? Do you not want to be socially active? Do you want to be single? Do you want to have kids? These are a lot of big questions to ask yourself, but what's the lifestyle that you want to live? For me, I never knew what I wanted to do with my life. I just knew that I didn't want to work a 9 to 5. The work for 40 years and retire at 60 has never been in my book. I've always been a hard worker. I've always had big dreams, but I never knew exactly what I wanted to do. Trading kind of just fell into my lap, and I fell in love with it, and it's something that I'm going to continue to pursue because it's what I want to do, tying back to, doing what I want to do. This is what works for me. There's nothing that anybody can tell me to make me think otherwise. But the bottom line is, I've always known the lifestyle that I want to live. I don't want to pay a mortgage off for 30 years and drive a beater car and barely make it by. I want to have that lavish lifestyle. I want to own nice cars and nice properties. I want to give my children and my family everything that I didn't have, And I think a lot of people do too, but when they say it, they don't actually think of what that would actually be like. It's easy to say, oh yeah, of course I'd want to give my kids what I didn't have. But do you ever think, well, how can I do that? And then as you get older, there's less and less opportunity to capitalize on. I've never understood the people who, I'm young, I'll figure it out later, or I have time. That's exactly why you should be grinding right now. That's exactly why you should be locking in, because you have time. You have a lack of responsibilities. You literally have unlimited lottery tickets. The worst thing that could happen to me with trading is I still have to go to my job, I still have to work a 9 to 5, and I still have to pay my bills. That is the worst thing that can happen to me. I have unlimited lottery tickets. I have unlimited opportunity with this field, with this skill that I'm learning. And I'm not saying that you should hop into trading, because trading is not for everybody. It's just something that I fell in love with, and it's working for me. But if you're ambitious and you know that the lifestyle that you're accustomed to, that your upbringing has taught you, if that's something that is just never clicked with you, that's never, excited you, I challenge you to think of the lifestyle that fits you, that you know, yeah, that's what I want. And I'm not talking about Lamborghinis and penthouses. That's always nice. But what would your morning look like with your ideal life? What would you be eating? Who would you be around? Would you have a big family, kids, and a wife? Would you be single? Would you have animals? Would you have a bunch of property, or do you want to live in the city? You know, like, think of the lifestyle that you want to do. And now bouncing off of that, people that say that they don't know what to do, that's okay. But you know what not to do. You know you shouldn't stay out till 3 a.m. drinking and coming back hungover, knowing you have to work in the morning, or knowing that you have to trade in the morning, or knowing that you have a paper due, or whatever the case is. You know what you shouldn't do. So not only do I challenge you to think of the lifestyle that you want to have, but if you just focus on what you shouldn't do, bare minimum, you won't go backwards. It's literally impossible for you to go backwards. And it's also damn near impossible to fail at something if you truly give it your best. And that's one thing that I have found out with trading. You know, you literally cannot half-ass this game. It's just you can't. It'll humble you, and you will not get where you want to be. Bare minimum, you won't get there as fast as you could get there. Not that I'm trying to rush this, but I know that if I don't stay disciplined, if I don't stay locked in the way that I have been, it affects me. I see it in the charts. I see it in my actions, in evidence that shows if I'm not locked in, I perform worse. Not just in trading, just in life. I'm an early bird. If I don't wake up early, if I don't read my book, take a shower, eat well, my day's screwed. Or at least I will not have as good of a day as I could have had. So I challenge you, think of the lifestyle that you want to have. Focus on things that you shouldn't do instead of trying to just, plan out this big extravagant plan of what you should do, and believe in yourself. Like, why doubt yourself? Why not you? That's literally my life motto. That's what I live by, is what if? What if? What if you could do it? And I think that keeps a lot of people up at night, is what if I could and what if I would have? It's like, no, I will not be on the other side of what if. I will not be the what if I would have did this. My biggest fear is waking up one day and being like, man, I could have been great. Man, I could have done something amazing with my life. But you know what? I didn't. I would much rather fail at something, know that I gave it my all, than be kept up at night thinking, what if I would have given my all? So what if? What if you could pull it off? What if you could get rich? What if you could achieve the things that you've always dreamed of? Do it for you. I've struggled a lot with believing that I'm worthy of what I want, and not necessarily being selfish, but being appropriately confident that I deserve what I'm working for. And I've also always thought of how it could impact people around me once I make it, how it can affect my family, how I can retire my parents, how I can, do all these things for the people around me, which is great, which you should do that. You should grind and work and stack for your family. But at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to be in that casket. And if you don't do it for you first, what's the point? Do it for you. Be delusional in your dreams. Be delusional to the point where literally it's already there. I read a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and it basically talks about how your brain can't decipher the difference between reality and what your mind is thinking. So if you think of something long enough and hard enough, and you envision it, you manifest it every day, day in and day out, your mind starts to believe that it's there. Believe in yourself. What if you could do this? What if you could pull it off? So if you're struggling to stay disciplined in your life, if you're struggling to believe that you're worthy of what you're trying to achieve, if you're not sure what you should be doing, focus on what you shouldn't be doing. Just don't do it. If you're struggling to envision yourself, success is the result of disciplined action. Also, if you're young, I'm turning 20 tomorrow. When I think of my dream lifestyle and I think of, buying my dream car, buying my dream house, doing all the things that I want to do, I picture that 25, 27, hopefully sooner, but I don't have a timeline. I can't live my 25-year-old self tomorrow or today. I can act like that. I can make decisions in the moment based on the person that I want to be, but all I can do right now is focus on the controllables, especially with trading. I cannot control at all what the market does. I don't get paid to trade. I get paid to react and wait. That's the only time I get paid over a course of time. All you can do in life is control the controllables, stay disciplined. When's the last time you actually seen something through? When's the last time that you gave it all? For like 3 months. I've been trading for almost 8 months now. And I'm just now seeing results. Not even. But it doesn't even matter because I know tomorrow I'm going to stay disciplined. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to read my book. I'm going to be active. I'm going to go to work. Even though it's my birthday, I'm going to do all these disciplined actions because I'm not going backward. I'm going to focus on what I can control. Going into next week, I'm going to focus on what I can focus on. I'm going to focus on the things that I know I shouldn't do. I know I shouldn't skip the gym. I know I shouldn't skip reading my book in the morning. I know I shouldn't hit snooze because I know that over a long enough time period, it's going to pay off. Not just in trading, in anything in life. So I challenge you again. Envision the lifestyle that you want to have. Envision the kind of things that person, that 100% you, envision what they're doing on a day-to-day basis and act like that. And believe in yourself. Because what if? Just what if? At the bare minimum, just brainstorm for like 2 minutes. Just sit there and just envision, what would it be like? What would it be like if I had my dream car or had my dream house? I mean, like even just sitting here talking about it, it fires me up. Like there's nothing that I want more in this life than to be financially free. And I think about it 24/7. There's nothing else. If you don't get to that point of delusion, at the bare minimum, it's going to go by harder. It's not going to be as easy. Nothing is easy. Life is hard in general. There's 2 types of hard. Being broke is being hard, and getting rich is being hard. Choose your hard. Start now. Don't start tomorrow. Don't start when it's, you have a little break, or don't start when it feels right. Like even content. I was going to wait till I got a payout to start making content. But why? Why would I start then? I'm going to document my journey now. I'm going to start doing things. I've learned so much with content creation already in the short time frame that I've started it that I now won't have to learn in the future. It is never a bad thing to start now, and it is always a good idea to delay gratification. If you can just have direct action towards something and extend your timeline, delay that gratification, you are already 10 steps ahead. That's it for me. Just wanted to give a little bit of a end of the week psych call. I had a pretty good week this past week, and all I could think about is just staying disciplined. I just wanted to put out a video just quickly going over, why you should believe in yourself and kind of the things that go through my mind 24/7. The sooner that you realize that you're the only one that can make this work and you're the only one that can fuck this up, the sooner that you're going to be happy. Don't sell yourself short. Don't undervalue yourself. Yeah, lock in, stay disciplined, focus on the controllables, focus on the things that you shouldn't do and not what you could or should do. Dream big, envision yourself. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Where do you want to be at in 2, 5, 7 years? That's it. What if? What if you could do it?